Okay, guys, so remember way back in 2020 when the COVID came around and I wrote my book at the same time that my dog was exposed to COVID and I was exposed to COVID, and then we were all experiencing different symptoms like headaches and weird pulsating feelings in our head, and our dogs were having seizures. And so the shaking is the energy from the viral entity. So that's why animals shake. That's why people, when they get low blood sugar, remember, low blood sugar is covalent bonding. It's needing the carbohydrates to help give you that stability, that covalent bonding, the substance. Because remember, you're balancing ionic and covalent. Ionic is a lot of energy. The covalent is the bonding energy. So that way you can handle being in a highly electrical environment. Okay? And so that's why the emergency recipe existed, because in the emergency recipe, in my book, it has the fruit syrup. Okay? It has the fruit syrup. You can put maple syrup. You can put sugar. You can have Coke chasers. You name it, especially if you are underweight. Especially if you're underweight. And here's the thing. With the new viruses coming into the environment with this Delta variant, okay, you know the summer is going to be hot. You see it in the West, 127 degrees in the West, which means that people are not really going to eat. They're going to be out there frolicking in the sun, the sand, the surf. They're going to eat like organic, especially the people on the West Coast, because that's what they do. They eat organic. They get all like in the whole, I'm not eating anything except, one or two ingredients, and then look at my body. It's so cute. Well, I'm telling you, that slight body is going to do you a disservice. You need to use this summer, stay indoors, I'm serious, and pack on the freaking pounds. Be like a freaking bear, because the summer is a precursor of what is going to be this winter. Okay, when you're losing weight because of the heat, when you're losing weight, a lot of weight because you're drinking so much J juice and you're not actually backing it with substance, like meat and milk and cheese and pasta and carbs and donuts and sugar and bagels. If you're so worried about looking cute and you're hardly eating the summer and you're doing a bunch of J juice, and then the winter comes around and these variants are no different than what it was like in the beginning when COVID first came around. And you're going to feel the zap of electricity from all of those transducers, from all those viruses swirling around. And it's flu season, COVID season, even the allergies. When I first got this variant, I thought I had exposure to some major pollen, because it was also pollinating whatever in my environment. Okay? And so every time I went outside, I would just pour out mucus. I'm like, oh my God, this is like the worst allergy season ever. What the heck? And then I saw somebody else post that as well a couple days ago. They're like, wow, is this season really crazy as far as allergies? And I'm like, in my head, oh my God, that's how it started out when I first got this variant. Okay? And so yes, so this winter, okay, this summer, you guys need to really look at you putting on some weight. You need to cut back on the J juice, because remember, the evolution of the jilly juice protocol will always evolve relative to the environment. You can't stay on one type of way of doing something when it comes to the J juice and the food supply, because remember, it's balancing out the ionic and covalent bonding, and if you're going to lose a bunch of weight in a very calm environment, okay, fine. When the environment is very inert, then you can become a little bit of inert. But when the environment is very full of activity, well, you don't become inert. You'll become a little bit more active. So the environment's very inert, then you can become a little bit inert and then a little bit active, right? But when the environment is very active, then you have to be a little bit more inert, which means that you have to add more pounds or more covalent bonding so you can absorb those electrical shocks. And so there is that formula. Excuse me. Okay, because you could be doing J juice. You could be doing J juice and think everything is wonderful. And if your heart cannot handle a major amount of electric shock, this is where people don't realize when they're that skinny, when they're that underweight, under enormous amount of electricity, piezoelectricity. It's no different than being attached to the electric chair. You get a jolt. Maybe you get a heart attack. Maybe you get a stroke. Because now you're trying to evolve to the level of the environment, which means that your body is going to have to do a jump start if there's nothing really to you. So that's why I say, you guys, okay, now that's so active and now it's so hot and so active and whatever, stay indoors, okay? Pack on the pounds. You don't have to become like super big, but you cannot be the skinny, flat stomachy, trying to look like a yoga professor. Okay, I'm serious. This is, the whole image of what women should look like so they can get a man and be procreating. You need to really look at that, because I'm telling you, the environment's going to become more aggressive. I already see it. I already feel it. I already see it. And when I gained a bunch of weight before I experienced this COVID, it was because my body knew it needed this substance to deal with this, because I'll tell you what, this thing is no joke. When this thing gets a hold of you, you could try to energize it away, but then what you can do is you can take off the nutrients off your body. See, that's what people are doing right now in my group, is they're trying to use J juice sometimes to wash away the symptoms and not feel the symptoms. Oh my God, it's hot now. Hold on, so I don't. Ugh. Okay, so you have to be able to build up your diaphragm. Okay, you have to build up your diaphragm. You have to be able to know that you can cough out stuff. Because if you're continuously washing everything through your butt, and then when you do get a hold of a variant, and there's nothing more left for you to be able to wash away, you start weakening yourself, and you get hold of a variant. The piezoelectricity is going to work. It's going to cannibalize your body even more. So you have to build up the substance. And right now, John and Caroline, both they took a break from J juice. John's feeling sluggish. Yeah. When you're packing on some pounds and you're feeling pain and sluggish, yes, because the body has to build up. And so he's also bald. So imagine, when somebody gains a bit more weight, you look at the Greek gods, they had hair when they were bigger. When someone is losing a bunch of weight, they lose their hair. That's why they take certain supplements to kind of keep their hair going as they're losing weight. That's the whole backwards portion of the whole beauty industry. They're trying to form you into where you have nothing to your body, but you have all this hair so you look like a model, right? But when you do add weight to your body and you allow your body to finally feel the pain, you're not energizing everything away because it's not a painkiller, then he might see his hair grow. Because I see women on my Facebook who are very obese and they're trying to lose a bunch of weight, so they're staying away from all the different carbs and sugars and everything, and they're losing their hair at the same time. See, there's a definite correlation to fat and hair growth. And if you're all muscly and you're all yogaed out and you're all muscly with no fat, 1% fat, and you're a workout queen, and you're taking supplements for your hair so you look like you're healthy, when in actuality you're just messing with your hormones, well, there you go. You're going to waste away and also be cannibalized by your environment. And so you can be a healthy Midwestern person that lives off the meat and the milk, the potatoes, all the different stuff, and be totally insulated for the environment, especially when winter comes around and the viruses are flying around like there's no tomorrow. And you need to take rests. You guys that are all trying to work, and then think that when you get hit by a virus and you haven't taken the time to rest and let the mucus pour out, let the body feel in pain. If you don't rest, how the hell are you going to heal and seal and evolve to the new level of the environment? That's what I'm saying. Cut down your expenses. Try to live on almost very little. Do you really need those toys? Do you need those things? Because you need the time to rest, not work your ass off so you can pay for your freaking lifestyle. Because guess what? It's not putting any fat on your body. It's not putting any substance to your body. It's not giving you any evolution in the head. And so, come on, women. Come on, men. You guys got to figure it out. But do the J juice. Pack on the pounds. Don't try to look like a beauty queen, because now is not the time. Being alive is beautiful. Before the COVID, it was all about looking like, Twiggy or Elle McPherson or whatever. Now it's like, okay, you can look like that, but you need to have more weight to you. This is not, jilly juice is not something that you'll use to try to procreate with. It may happen, but it's not something you're trying to catch a man with. Now it's pure survival. All right, I gotta go. Bye.